Well, welcome everyone. We are going to be talking about body neutral weight loss, what exactly it means. And we have Michelle Shapiro. She's a dietitian who herself lost 90 pounds, 90. I am amazed at you, Michelle, how you did it, what you did. But explain us the concept of body neutral weight loss and tell us a little bit about your journey as
Absolutely. So, really, when I was younger, I occupied a larger body up until teenhood. And because I grew up in New York City, that was
well.
always kind of, I guess like the word I would say is like accepted. And I
Right.
was always accepted. And really, in New York City, all sorts of diversity, because it's the greatest city in the world, are accepted, which is really, really awesome. And I realized when I was going off to school at the University of Delaware, there wasn't going to be as much acceptance, possibly. So I really embarked on this really rapid weight loss journey, which I wouldn't recommend to anyone. But I did it because I wanted to do it before I went away to school. So in that journey, I lost weight using really restrictive methods. But as a result of that, I felt really sick after, and I developed chronic illness and inflammation and all of these other conditions. So I realized I want to help other people lose weight, but I want to help them do it the right way and not the wrong way. And then I really was able to keep the weight off for the kind of 10 years it's been since then, just because I focused on my overall health. So it took a long time to kind of get back to healthy after that. And really, the mindset part of it was so important. And I really want to help my clients to not have to go through it the way I did, but do it right the first time so that you don't harm your body and have to fix it after, basically.
Sure. And so when you talk about the body neutral weight loss, and I was checking it up on the internet, and there's a concept of body neutrality versus body positivity. What exactly does it mean when you say use these terms?
Yeah, so right now in the nutrition world, there's a little bit of a split between kind of the people who are focused on health at every size, which is an incredible radical movement for people to accept and love their bodies and their health and all things about themselves. And then on the other side, there's kind of the weight loss, calorie counting, kind of diet culture, as we call it. So I like to live in the middle. There's some space in the middle between the two of them because a lot, not all, but some health at every size practitioners who are very body positive do not believe that weight loss is healthy. They think that weight loss is psychologically damaging.
Mhm.
So for me, I think there's a way to lose weight where you can accept and respect your body
Mhm.
and still feed your body things that it needs to nourish itself and to create balance inside of your body. So I like to bridge that functional nutrition piece with body positivity, which is really in my head body neutrality, which is that foods don't have any moral value. Your body doesn't have any moral value. They just are neutral. They just are. And you can make choices based on that understanding where you're always respecting your body. You don't always have to love your body every day, but you do have to respect your body every day.
Sure. So now that we accept our body, who we are, but on the other hand, obesity is linked to so many chronic conditions, and we were talking about it just before the show, right? You know,
Absolutely.
right, the diabetes, I mean, blood pressure, so many things. So how do you, what do you, guide when you guide your clients on a journey to weight loss? What is the framework that you do that?
Yeah, so I like to use this little analogy, which is that the way that we kind of view nutrition information can either be like a weapon or a tool. And I give this example. So for some people who have an eating disorder, if you give them, let's say the analogy I'm going to use is you have a knife, and a knife can be used for cooking or a knife can be used for self harm. If you give nutrition information to someone who has an eating disorder, they're going to interpret the information and utilize it potentially in a way that might harm themselves. So if they're learning calories, all right, how restrictive can I get with those calories? Whereby someone who might also have the same tool, a knife, would be able to use it for cooking. So
Mhm.
the kind of analogy is you need to learn as a practitioner, we all need to learn when your patient's ready to receive nutrition information. So I like to do a really deep intake process to understand where someone's mindset is at, where their health is before we even embark in a weight loss journey. I need to know that they are not going to be triggered by the information. And I need to know that their body is primed for weight loss, because if you have HPA axis dysregulation, if your body isn't really in alignment in a lot of ways, weight loss is not going to be optimal or easy. So really the intake process for me is where I really get those gold nuggets of information where I'm going to know, are they really ready to lose weight? And that's the first kind of step in my process.
So, okay, so let's go into a very detailed intake. We also follow like some like people follow like 1,200 calorie count or whatever, 1,500 calorie count. Do you recommend that sort of an approach, or just an approach of eating slowly and eating when you're hungry and stopping when you're not hungry?
So I end up not really using calories so much in my practice. What I do have people do is focus on more of the food groups they're having,
Mm-hmm.
not focus on the numbers at all, because to me that takes away so much from the food experience. So
Mm-hmm.
focusing on their own satiety, focusing on getting a nice balance of nutrients, and in that intake process, and I'm really learning about that minutia of their macronutrient composition, and then we work really slow balance. So I don't really have like how specific recommendations. I think we
I think your internet is again not working, Michelle. I'm having a hard time trying to listen to you. So, well, we apologize. We Michelle is trying to. I think she's having some network issues. We might have to. Uh,
I can see you, and it's becoming a little unfrozen. Can you hear
it's
me
better
yet?
now. Yes, I can see you. Okay. We might have to repeat
Okay.
this. I think there's a lot of disturbance.
So that's fine. No, it's okay. We're gonna work with what we've got. It's okay. So as part of my intake process too, I'm really understanding where my clients have any micro or macronutrient deficiencies. That's where I'm really gonna understand what they need more. And instead of just focusing on calories, I'm really focused on those macro and micronutrients, because someone might be feeling really sluggish, and I might be saying, oh, their carbs might be a little low, and that actually might be holding them back from weight loss. So really wanting to understand exactly where their body's at, where their eating habits are at, and how those eating habits relate to their mindset. But I don't look at calories as much, because for me, 100 calories of broccoli versus 100 calories of bread versus 100 calories of chicken, the actual energy units, they don't really help me to understand a lot about the food quality or how it's going to impact my client.
So okay, so I understand that part. So let's say someone walks in the door, 200 pounds, and they need to get 150 pounds. So what is the? I mean, it's not just the food, but it's also the exercise and the mindset and everything, right? That comes into play when you're trying to lose the weight. So what is there like some kind of protocol as a functional nutritionist that you would tell them to do lifestyle modifications along with the diet modifications?
Absolutely. Yeah. So all my clients get what I like to call a battle plan. And in
Mhm.
their battle plan, there's lifestyle, sleep, supplement, kind of like every single type of recommendation you can have all in one. Sorry, I just want to make it brighter in here. And basically, I give them kind of to start with like a 2 weeks kind of worth of what that plan would look like. But for some of my clients, the speed of eating is important. And for some of my clients, the posture while they're eating is important, because I'm really focused on gut health. And if you're, the way that they're interacting with food, their cortisol at meals, all of those things become really important too, because if your gut bacteria aren't digesting things properly, you're going to get more calories per gram of each food you're eating anyway. So really focusing on how they're feeling while they're eating as much as what they're eating. So yes,
So
it
yeah, it's not only
incorporates
about, yeah, it's
kind of
not only
all
about,
of those mind body pieces as well.
okay, that makes sense because it's not just about the food, it's the mind, body, and spirit, it's the soul, what we talk about. It's everything together that help you lose the weight or start you with the weight loss journey, right? To your point.
Did I? Absolutely. Yeah, and I think like when we think about weight loss, it's sold as being very enticing in the media, want to maintain our weight because we have these ancestral understanding that if we lose weight, we're dying. It's bad. Our bodies don't want to lose weight. So you really have to soothe your body into a place of balance for your body to really lose weight in a way that it doesn't feel threatened and your metabolism can keep running, and your body will also, maintain balance in other ways, because anything that you kind of give force to in your body, there's always an opposing force. So you always want to make sure that you're not forcing your body into a state of imbalance, and by forcing weight loss at a rapid rate. So it's really about making your body feel super safe in the process too. Is really important.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to add for this session?
I think that just in general, when we think about weight loss and practitioners who are thinking of weight loss, it's always really important to think about our whole being, as opposed to thinking of just fat as being not connected to other parts of our body, but thinking about how each decision you make on a weight loss journey really impacts your whole body, your whole being, and your whole self. And I think that's super important. And a lot of practitioners kind of miss the mark on that. And I think it's really, really important. And if you are engaging in a weight loss journey, ask yourself, am I doing this for the right reasons? Do I have the resources that I need? And am I making myself feel safe and respected the entire way through?
Yes, yes. And then I think the thing is recognizing, right? You're on a path and respecting what you have and where you're going, and having not only the diet part to your point, but also the mindset and the exercise, and combining it all together and reaching that journey, along the journey, reaching that goal of whatever your goal is to be happy.
And it's a beautiful journey to be on with people and to watch them. I think for a lot of people with weight loss, especially if they've been in larger bodies their whole life, it's very hard for them to picture like a new life,
Yes.
and so just those visualizations and experiencing what a life would look like without having to feel like they're carrying a burden with them is
Yes.
a really beautiful part of the experience we have too.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your information. I mean, sharing knowledge. I know the network hasn't been very good. It's just been intermittent kind of a disturbance. We might have to repeat this session later
I
on.
would love to.
Yes, yes. I think it'll be much better. But thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you
Okay. Bye-bye.
so much for having me, and I look forward to talking again soon. Bye, Mita.